everybody. Jim Carroll and Eric Rattay for another day in the life of Acumatica ERP. Today we're going to talk about our matrix inventory system. First, 2 minutes on Acumatica. When we look at this product, it's a modern product with phenomenal functionality across the board. And what distinguishes it are three things. One, it has a workflow and business event engine in it, which allows one to do rote activities, think approvals or automatic emailing of customers to thank for their orders. And that's done automatic, kind of like having a no-charge employee behind the scenes. Two, Acumatica is a modern product, and modern in the sense that it interoperates with the Internet of Things. So integrations to banks and websites and warehouses and CAD systems and the like is accommodated vis-a-vis the Internet of Things. Or if you do service calls and you're tracking over the Internet locations and the like, that type of thing. Finally, Acumatica unlimited user pricing. Because we have great functionality, because we interoperate with the Internet of Things, because we can reach out over DocuSign or Outlook or emails and the like, we find more people use it. And you don't get dinged on a pricing by taking advantage of Acumatica. But enough on general. Now let's talk about individuals or companies that sell products that have multiple options or attributes. Think of a style of a clothing like a small, medium, and large, or a computer that comes in various screen sizes or various hard drives and disks. Here, Acumatica has a inventory system that allows you to set up the matrix with all of the options associated with the product. In this case, we're going to talk about the Quebec City t-shirt. And that t-shirt comes in various sizes like small, medium, and large, and various colors like red and white and blue, or Eric will tell you the colors of Quebec. So the beauty behind it is when you buy and sell, you speak in, oh, I want the Quebec City t-shirt, 10 smalls, 10 mediums, 10 larges. Behind the scenes, there's actually a part number for the small t-shirt and a unique part number for the medium. But when you talk about matrix items, people use everyday language. They don't use the language of part numbers because that's inefficient. So with that as an introduction, Eric, please show us the Acumatica matrix inventory function.
Yes. So first of all, we have, as Jim mentioned, a template item that corresponds to a style, really. And in that style, you create this item like any other item, but it's a little bit special items. Because at one point, you have the configuration of what are the different variants. So first of all, we have colors and we have shirt size. Because we can have small, medium, large t-shirts as well as in different colors. So it's really a matrix that we build. And then here you have the settings, how you want to name your items in terms of description, what will appear on the PO or on the sales orders, as well as what will be the ID when we create the SKUs. So then on the item creation tab, which is something specific as well as a configuration tab for the items, the template items, we have item creation. And now I can select what are the different combinations that are available in which colors. So let's say that in blue, that is a color for Quebec. Then we have extra large, 2XL, and I will add them all, as opposed to, for example, red, that is more like the Canadian color, so we have only 2 colors for that t-shirt. I don't know why, but anyhow, that's life. And then when I create the matrix items, the system will create the different SKUs with the code and the description depending on the configuration. So as you can see here, we have the first part of the inventory ID of the t-shirt, the style, And then after that, we have the different combination, color and size.
And I noticed that those inventory IDs are all unique from the standpoint of the computer. No two
correct.
are the same, which is what the computer system needs. Got it.
And then, and the beauty of it is that if I need to do a change, I don't have to go to every single SKU to make that change, because most of the changes are handled at the style level or template ID level. So then if I do a change, any change here, then that can be reflected, that can be updated. The SKU can be updated from here. And I can also have some settings like what I want to exclude to not be updated, because sometimes we want to do a change in the style and maybe not reflect to every items. So then I can do that as well. So it's pretty flexible.
That is flexible. So, could you go back to the matrix item just for a second, Eric?
Sure.
Tab? Thank you. So, I'm sorry. I want the template tab. So
here.
Thank you. So in this case, pretty simple, style and color and size. But as an example, you could add a third dimension, which could be male, female, or unisex, as an example. And this is a template for shirts, but similarly, you could have a template for things like a computer, and that way you might have 4 or 5 different things to sort on in terms of the size in the computer, or a black box, or furniture. So the beauty of the template is you name the product, we have unlimited unlimited areas in which we can define the parameters, like style, like size, like color, like gender. You think of it, and then all that you said applies in terms of our ability to do mass updates, exclusions, and the like.
Yes, exactly. So then when I create a sales order, like Jim mentioned, it's pretty simple as well. I can type a part of the name of the customer, and then instead of adding items, I can use a barcode scanner, for example, to scan the item, or I can enter part of it, blue, and see the options that I have. But I can also, instead of going there, typically these items we're using more like a matrix view, where I can order, for example, 2 black extra small t-shirts, 2 large, and then 3 red, and some white. And so by using this table view, it's easier for people to first of all do the order entry. Yeah.
So as an example, if I were a retail shop in Quebec and I wanted a Quebec City t-shirt, I would call up and say, Eric, I need 5 smalls, 10 mediums, 15 larges, red, white, and blue colors. And that's how you would do it. Perfect.
Yeah. And similarly, so the items have been added, and the same thing can apply on the purchase order, where I have the similar view, and after that, I can print a report to send to my vendor, and I show you the report on the vendor side, but I can have the same thing on the customer side, where the report, instead of listing items one by one, it just creates the same table, right? Excellent. So then for the vendor, it's easier to see, 2 extra small black and 3 large white, and so on.
And this is the logic of the style or the product line versus the language of the part number and the SKU. Got it.
Right.
All right. So you get that changeover. Wonderful. That's really good.
And that completes today's presentation.
Eric, thank you again for a day in the life. Acumatica is a wonderful product. Thank you so very much for your time.